Looking for the new hotspot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around, we've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
LSMN Game of the Week here on YouTube. I'm Brendan Selke, and tonight we have some special Thursday night high school football between the Marcus Marauders and the Plano East Panthers. This game being held on a Thursday night due to rain in the area coming up on Friday, but it is the Marcus Marauders senior night here tonight, and let's start off by talking about them. They are 5-4 on the season, coming with a 4-2 district record as they lost to Louisville and Capel. Those are two really good teams up there, as Louisville has already clinched the district. Right now, Marcus is just playing to prep up for the playoffs coming on next Friday, in which they'll be playing a very tough Geyer team. So they're going to have to go into this well and try to build up their team and just go into that game well. You're going to want to look on this Marcus run game. They got a good running game that sets up their pass play. You don't see their pass play very often, but when it does come, it's coming off the run. It's going to be a lot of play action on their side. And then not to mention their defense kind of leads the way sometimes. They had that game against Flowermont early in the year where they had 4 turnovers on the night. Your defense is going to be a key spot in this game, who's given up 100 less points than the Plano East defense on the year. So that's going to be a key part in this team. And speaking about Plano East, that's what they're going to need to step up on today. Their offense is great. It's been great all year. Score on average 37. They score an average of 27 points a game, but give up 37 points a game. It's just they have to clean up on the defensive end to keep up with this Marcus team, having not won a game in district so far. This is their last chance on the year. They're going to have a really tough opponent tonight to get that done. You're definitely going to want to look out Rashal Patel. He's their leading wide receiver. They're going to have to step up there on offense. And then on defense, the whole team is going to have to stick together there. They're going to need a lot of it tonight. And we're about to run out here as the Marcus Marauders about to come on the field for senior night. As tonight they're especially honoring Coach Atkinson, as he's been battling Parkinson's disease for the past few years. He's not let that stand in his way as coaching for the Marcus Marauders these past 2 years, as he just recently went to the doctor about it on this past Monday. Have not gotten any results, but we hope for the best for him. Not LSMN, as the Marcus Marauders are about to come run out here on this wonderful Thursday night. To continue with that, this Marcus team has had a really good year. You know, they've been fighting for Coach Atkinson throughout the entire year. I mean, it's kind of just a good family tradition here at Marcus. And we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week between the Marcus Marauders and the Plano East Panthers after the introductions and the national. welcome back to LSMN Game of the Week here tonight between the Marcus Marauders and the Plano East Panthers. As I was talking about earlier in the pregame, this Marcus team is going to have to work off that run game. They've been working off the run game all season long. They've been using Ben Perlmutter as well as Chance Banner the entire season, as they've definitely mixed in a few other players there in that running game. They've used extensive, almost up to 6 players in that running game so far this year. They're just going to have to use that to work off the pass. They love going run game straight into the play action pass play. That's what Cole Relver does best, is work off the play action pass game. He likes to find his tight end, Aiden Grummer, as well down there in those big play action pass plays. Seen that a lot this season. As well as when they get down in the end zone, you'll also see Ashton Kozart. Most of his receptions are touchdowns. Almost, in fact, a couple weeks back, they tracked that, and they said it was almost 50% of his receptions in the high school with the Marauders were touchdowns. He is an end zone threat. That is what they like to use him for. And then for almost any other thing for the Marauders, it's going to be Isaac Kahib. He's been great all season long. He has over 600 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season. That is second most behind Kozart. And he's been their full-out offensive weapon for the wide receiver. That's what he's going to be all over the field all night. It's going to be their key guy down there. And then you're looking on defense, you're looking for Brandon Benoist. That's their leader. That's their linebacker. He's leading the team in tackles. He's everything on the defensive end for them. He's that team leader as well. This team is huge, and they're great up front. They got a great D-line. Will Upshaw, Jace Bardwell. Those are 2 great guys up front. Those are young guys, too. They're juniors. They're just playing in their first season here. They still have a year to go. They've been great so far this season, as well as we're getting into the final stretch here, the final regular season game of the season, going to playoffs, as Marcus still has to play for as Plano East is playing their last regular season game here of the season. They will not make the playoffs, as they are 0-6 in district play this year, looking to get their first district win of the season, as they did start the season off 3-0, but then going into district, they have not won a game. And this is their last chance tonight against a very tough Marcus team. This will be a battle for them. But as we're about to get underway here, Marcus Marauders are going to kick off, as Plano East will receive the opening kickoff. As we're underway here, and they will just take it back for a touchback. As this Plano East offense that's coming out here tonight, starting quarterback Drew DeVealer, and then Brian Dyer at tight end. You got Kane Warner, Bryce Dixon out there, outright Rochelle Patel out there as a senior. He's over 1,000 yards on the season so far. That's going to be their key guy on the wideouts end. You got Jaden Hatcher, running back for this Plano East team. As we're about to get underway here in the first play of the game, final regular season game between the Marcus Marauders and the Plano East Panthers. As they fake the handoff and give a quick pass out there. They'll go for about an 8-yard gain on the first pass of the game. Straight out to Elijah Prince for about a 7-yard gain. Excuse me, they are going to give them the first down on that play. Very generous first down. If you're in, they hand the ball off for the first time tonight. That's Hatcher. He runs out right and he gets closed off after he gets about 1 yard on the first run of the night. Excuse me, that's Austin Wesley for the Plano East Panthers. As this Plano East offense is going hurry up to start the night. Goes out right here. Just another quick little pass play out there to Patel, their senior. We spoke of, already has over 1,000 yards on the season. He has a couple offers from some small college in Florida. As Deliver hands it off. Gets stopped right at the line there on third down, and the Marcus defense will get off the field to start the night. Is shut down the Plano East offense there, as that's Austin Wesley again. This time could not find any open space. And Plano East will bring out the punt team. As it is Brian Dyer, who also plays tight end for the Plano East team. Works on both sides of the ball for this team. And they're going to fake it, and they're going to have some open space, and they get stuffed at the line, and they won't get it. And the Marcus Marauders defense comes up big. That is a great special teams play. They will get the ball at the 44-yard line to start the night. That is huge for this Marcus defense. Gain some momentum early. The sneaky play there, snap it off to their guy back there. He tries to run through, but Marcus was ready for it, and they shut that down. He didn't even gain a yard on the play. As now Cole Welliver comes out for his first play of the night. Out there with Perlmutter. Hands it off. Gains a couple yards there. As now they do a quick switch after one run. They'll open up the backfield and go 5 out wide. Cole Welliver with an open backfield. Has 5 guys on a 2nd and 5. Takes in, it's just a quick pass out left. Have some space to work. Finds the edge. Is almost able to get the first down there. As that is Carrick Grennan. Going to be about a 3rd and inches almost for this Marcus offense. Working quick here. Just a quick little play. Kind of set up a screen pass. Made a good move and a great block there by Ashton Cozart. As they go for an open backfield once again here. See what Cole Welliver has in store. He takes his time. He drops back. He has a guy open to the right side of the field. That ball is caught. Makes a cut back. That is Kahib. He finds some open space. He breaks out right. He's able to cut back in, and then he gets all the way down to the 10. What a run. Made a couple man miss there. A great first play for Isaac Kahib. Made a quick move out right here. And just had some open space with breaking ankles left and right. Made that Plano East defense look pretty silly here. So this now will be a 1st and 10. They will have a first down to gain here. Just a little bit inside the first 1-yard line. Hand it off here to Banner. Banner cuts in, has some open space through the middle, and he will not get in. They're going to say he's down near at the 1. As that's Chase Banner there with the run. The senior running back. As you can see here, had some open space in the middle, almost gets in, goes down just right before, almost a centimeter out of the end zone. As this Marcus offense is working quick here. Cole's got a man in motion. Who's center? Hands it off to Cozart. Cozart through the edge, and he will get there, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Marcus Marauders. Just a quick scoring drive there. Goes with a man in motion, which was Ashton Cozart. It will be a passing touchdown, and he finds the edge, and it's the first touchdown of the night for the Marauders. As now Michael Petro will take the PAT. And they're going to fake it. And they will sneak that one in. That almost backfired, but they do find a way to sneak that ball in there. And there will be up 8-0. Bit of trickery to start the night. Plano East didn't find their way in. But Marcus has some trickery on the PAT and does get in. They're up 8-0 here. 8:45 left in the first quarter. Just an efficient drive for the Marcus Marauders, starting at basically the opponent's 45-yard line. They just work their way down the field. A big catch by Isaac Kahib for 20 yards. And then they just work it out through there. Use that running game and work off the pass like I said earlier. This Marcus team has a good offense. It was a little slow to start the season, but they've got better progressively through the year. And they're going to need it going into their playoff game next week against Geyer. It's a good start for them here tonight, though. Got to finish the season off strong, already up 8-0. It's the kick. And he decides to just let it drop back, and it will be another touchback on the night. And this Marcus defense will come out for the second time tonight. Already got a stop on 4th down once tonight. Did a pretty good job to contain this Plano East offense. We're ready for almost anything, especially on that special teams play. The fake punt, they stepped up big there. We'll see what Plano East wants to change up this time. They tried that trickery early, judging they know they're going to need it tonight against this good Marcus team. They're going to have to try to open things up and try all these wild things to get past this Marcus defense, which has been great all season long. A quick little fake handoff, and this ball gets tipped and almost picked off there. Just didn't have enough time to go dive for that ball as that ball gets tipped at the line. This goes for almost the fake handoff there. And it has some space, and it just gets tipped at the line there. Seems like 2 Marcus players got their hands on it. As it's a fake handoff again. Whoever finds a man, has some space, and is able to fight for the first down. Gains of 5 yards there after being touched. A good run through. As Delavar hands it off. Here Abel. And he gets about a yard off scrimmage there. As this Plano East offense is working fast once again, just like they did last drive. And the fake handoff once again. Drops back in space. Has a man over the middle, and it's broken up by the Marcus defense. Will be a long 3rd down. 3rd and 9 coming up for this Plano East offense as Austin Wesley comes back onto the field for the Panthers. Good defense over the middle. Drops back here. Has a man to his left. That's Patel, and he's not able to get to it as it's thrown a little bit behind him there. Delavar does. And Patel's not able to get to it. Has to go back and not able to make the amazing catch there. And Marcus defense is able to get off the field once again. See if Plano East wants to try some trickery again. It is 3rd and 9, so you got to expect the punt here. Another good stop for this Marcus defense here. 2 quick stops here in this first quarter, and it's almost blocked. This ball bounces, and it will be picked up. Tries to spin out right, but a good play on special teams there by the Panthers. So that's Carson there to make that quick little special teams tackle, and the Marauders offense will come back on the field once again after a great first drive. Got 8 points after that. Seemed almost like a mishap, but it worked out well for them on that 2-point conversion, able to go up 8-0. So Cole Welliver is back out here again. Also the snap, hands it off, goes out left, has some space in the field here is Perlmutter. He finds an edge, and he tries to go back in, and he makes a pretty good run there on 1st down. Will be a nice 8-yard gain. As he works his way out left here. Some good blocking on the interior. Then tackled there by Asdola. Cole Welliver, empty backfield once again. Saw this a lot on the first drive, working out of the empty backfield. Having 5 wide receivers out wide. Tries for this quick little screen pass again, and it works, and it's just too low. It's going to be an incomplete pass here. We'll see what Marcus wants to do here on 3rd and 6. A long 3rd down. Perlmutter will come back onto the field. He's definitely had a more bulk of the carries this year, having over 300 yards on 93 carries and 6 touchdowns. He's had a more bulk of the end zone carries, being the bigger of the 2 running backs. Fakes the handoff here, set the block. Cole has an open pocket, and he gets sacked, and he gets taken down here by that Plano East defense. As that's number 94, Irie James with a sack. This kind of breaks through Perlmutter's block here, tries to almost go for the strip sack, but is able just to take down Welliver. And this Marcus defense is forced to punt. This is Michael Petro to take the kick. It's almost a booming kick here, having to run back here, cut at the 35, worked out to the right, has some space downfield here to the right. Patel cuts back, able to go down right about at the 44-yard line. And Plano East has some short field to work with now. But this Marcus defense has shown up big here early tonight. This Marcus defense has held only the 2 first downs for this Plano East, 1 on each drive, and then they just get shut down. As I spoke about earlier, this Plano East, this Marcus defense has been insane all year. It's what kept them in games. In that Louisville game, you know, Louisville had a great offense in that Battle of the Axe game 2 weeks ago. They have a great offense, and they shut them down only 17 points and then lost on a game-winning field goal. This defense is legit. It's been the offense that has been the question mark most of the year, but this defense has shown up. Broke through some good protection there. Goes for another quick pass out left. It's caught for a quick 5-yard gain, 4-yard gain. As Delaware makes a quick pass. As he's been doing all night, they've been working off these quick passes so far. And now that we have a man down on the field here, we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week. Marcus is up 8-0. And we're right back here on LSMN Game of the Week as Delaware takes the quick snap, has a man over the middle of the field, and it's tipped and it's picked off. What a pick here off the tip, and he has some open space to run down the left side of the field. Has an open man, cuts back, breaks another tackle, and he goes all the way down at the 25. As that's Awalier make the pick here. That's Marcus defense showing up big again off the tipped pass. Goes all the way down to the 20-yard line. This Marcus defense showing up big once again. It's been all year long. That's his first pick of the year, being a senior, showing up on senior night. That's what it's all about here for this Marcus defense. As Coach TD is pumped up there on the sidelines. This Marcus defense has shown up big 3 times here, giving Marcus a short field to work with once again. As Welliver looks to work off the screen pass, almost set up again, and it is. It's a bit of a trickery play here, but he decides to run with it. Seems to almost set up like they wanted to throw that ball there. So they caught that ball quick, and he looked like he was ready to throw. So you can see here, almost looked like he was ready to throw there for a second, but then he decides to run with it. Michael is their backup quarterback, so he does have an arm on him, so you wouldn't be surprised if that does happen there. They try to go for a bit of a trickery, trying to have almost a little fun with it right now tonight as they go with a quick handoff to gain some yardage back, and the Plano East defense shows up big there. As Cabrera comes off the edge and makes a great tackle. This Marcus defense is struggling with their field position. As Marcus decides to take their time here. 4:23 left in the first quarter, 8-0 after a quick Marcus touchdown after a great special teams play to end Plano East's first drive. Marcus's offense works down the field and scores a quick little, almost a dump-off play there to Ashton Cozart. Will be a flag on the play here, and it's going to be false start on the Marauders offense. Earlier in the year when LSMN was at the Battle of the Mound game as part of our LSMN Overtime show, we went there, created a highlight package. This is what I saw a lot of. It was just the Marcus offense making mental errors, getting those kind of those false start penalties or the offsides, the holding, whatever it was on offense, and it just seemed to happen a lot, and it kind of drove them back like this. They were at the 24-yard line, and now they're dropping all the way back. And now it will be a timeout here for Plano East. Been a quick start to this game. This Marcus offense had one great drive. Scored a touchdown on their first drive. Their second drive, they couldn't do anything with it. It was a 3 and out, and they just instantly punted. Now this time they've kind of get dropped back after tried to go for a bit of trickery. Now that as the refs are about to call them back on the field here, there's a crucial 3rd and 19. Try to gain some space here for Michael Petro, their field goal kicker, who recently did get ranked, not just recently here on Friday. He got ranked, he's a 2-star, and he's 10th in the nation as a kicker. So he does have a leg on him. He's been good all year. So they just need to gain a couple yards here, make this field goal kick just a little bit easier for Petro. As Cole Over drops back and unloads over the middle. He has a man, and he just gets knocked out of the way, but there is a flag on the play. There's 2 flags on the play. It's like they're going to call pass interference here on Plano East, and that will be an automatic first down for this Marauders offense. And that long throw play there is going to work out in Marcus's fashion. And it's going to be an automatic first down in 10 for this Marcus offense. And that's exactly what this Marcus offense needed. They didn't threw down the middle there, tried to go end zone, and just got the pass interference call. That's what it's all about, just trying to find some open space. Try to make those defenders grab and tug to draw out those flags. There's all his guys on the right. He fakes the handoff. His 3 guys, and he dumps it off over the middle here. Have some space. That's Grummer there off the right and has an edge and dives in, and it will be a touchdown. What a run there. Kind of like the number shovel pass play there by this Marcus offense. As Aiden Grummer runs out to the right here, has some space, and is just able to dive in at the end there. That is their tight end, catching that little shovel pass screen play. That'll be a 2nd touchdown of the night for the Marcus Marauders. So we're up 14-0 right now. What a shovel pass play. You don't see that to the tight end very often. It worked to perfection for this Marauders offense. And it's up and good for Petro. It will be a 15-0 lead here for Marcus with 3:32 left in this first quarter. As Marcus is about to kick it off once again, going up 15-0 on an Aiden Grummer, a bit of a tight end shovel pass play there. That's the second time tonight they've gone with that shovel pass play. This one from further out, and it works out to perfection. The tight end showing a bit of his athleticism. That's a junior here. He's a big guy. I've seen him in the hallways. He's a big guy. He can run around like it's nothing. Marcus has a nice, comfortable lead here early in, almost late here in this first quarter. Still 3:32 to go. And it's kicked off here, and a third touchback of the night for Marcus. And this Plano East offense is going to try to find their rhythm. They had first two drives where just nothing was going their way. They couldn't find yardage, and they were just they got a first down, and then they were done after that, and just couldn't have the space. And that second, a pick from Oloye, just to find some space. It was off the tipped pass there. He just ran it all the way back from the Marcus 20 all the way to the Plano East 20, and gave Marcus their great field position to score their second touchdown of the night. As Delver drops back with a pass play here, set up with a screen almost, breaks a couple almost breaks one tackle, and then dives out for a bit of extra yardage. Will be 2nd and 4 here for this Plano East offense. See if they're going to be a little bit nervous to throw this long pass play here after their last interception off a long pass play. You usually see those on 2nd and short. See what they want to do this time. As they decide to hand it off this time to Wesley, he breaks almost about one tackle and gets taken down there. It will be a 3rd and about 1. See if Marcus can come up with another big stop here. The D-line's been great all night, really breaking off those O-lineman tackles. And that D-line there is made up of 3 juniors and only 1 senior, Devin Strange being the only senior. And then you got Jace Bardwell, Matthew Bryant, and Will Upshaw all up front. They're 3 really athletic guys, and they're going to be here next year, of course. You just see them pushing through here, almost able to get to him as Plano East fights for the first down. It's going to be almost, see if they give him the first down here, and they do. Just about an inch past that first down marker. Plano East going quick here. Got that first down. See what they want to do. There's Will Upshaw almost escapes there as Delver. Delver works out right here. Tries to just throw it away. That's good pursuit there by that Marcus D-line once again. As Will Upshaw does almost get to Delver there. Couldn't make the tackle. Delver was able to escape out right here and just throws it away. As Delver takes the snap a bit high, and that is Wayne here. He cuts back to the right. It will be going to be 3rd and short once again. After they gain nothing on first down, they're going to 8 yards here on second down. 9 yards, that is. That's 3rd and 1. As Delver takes the snap here, going for a quick pass play again and has some open space through the middle. And almost breaks out there, but the Marcus defense able to catch him up there. And a quick pass play again, in coverage, and that's picked off once again. Through the middle here, has some open space. Down the left side of the field, and almost breaks through. That's the 2nd pick of the night for the Marcus defense. This pick over the middle again, just cuts off the route. Just has some open space through the middle there, and almost takes it back once again. So I believe that was Cole McKnight with the pick there. And that is Cole McKnight's 4th interception of the year, and that's back-to-back interceptions for the Marcus defense. Going to be big to stop these Plano East drives. And hands it off. here to Perlmutter. Finds some open space there on the right. There will be a flag thrown on the play. Will be holding on the Marcus offense. There are the flags once again. See if they can work off this one. As Marcus is going to take their time here after that holding call, which pushed them back to 1st and 20. Welliver with an open backfield once again. Has 2 passing touchdowns on the night so far, both shovel passes. And finds an open man out to the right here, and that ball is caught. Almost breaks a tackle there. Just a quick pass play there, try to gain that yardage back. As that's Mason Chavez with the catch. Just that quick pass gain, 3 yards, 2nd and 17. Still a long way to go to get that first down. As Marcus is definitely taking their time here. So the clock's running. There's 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. They will have to get another play off here. As Perlmutter works out right, has that, almost a screenplay, and Welliver just gets wrapped up. It was almost a quick screenplay there. He just didn't find anyone. And that's 2 guys on the sack for Plano East. And Marcus is going to be backed all the way up here to start the second quarter. So it's going to be a long, long 3rd down here. As Marcus is up 15-0 here after 1, 2 touchdowns. We'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week after a few words.
New hotspot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
And welcome back here to LSMN Game of the Week. Marcus up 15-0 after 1 here at Marcus Marauder Stadium. Has a long 3rd down and 29, and Welliver unloads down the left side of the field. Has a man, it's just underthrown. And the Marcus offense will be forced to punt. And that was Ashton Kozar down the left side of the field. Marcus will have to punt for the 2nd time tonight. And a booming punt once again, going back, and will let this one bounce. And it will bounce in almost a Marcus favor, and Plano East will have to take it out from the 24. And joining me now is Brandon Jackson. This game is up 15-0 for the Marcus Marauders here with 11:43 left in the second quarter. Has an open space through the middle of the field, and Marcus is able to shut it down.
Brandon, you were were talking about defense at the beginning of the game, and boy, you can tell Marcus really came out with a defensive plan, and they've been all over Plano East.
Yeah, with those 2 picks so far in the game tonight. On back-to-back possessions, that is. And a quick pass play here, once again, into forced coverage. And it's knocked away there by this Marcus defense. Another good play to make it 3rd and 5 here.
I think the Panthers are really struggling with that front line. That Marcus defensive line is just causing problems with their offense.
Yeah, all night they've been forcing the issue up front, as there is movement there by the D-line now that we speak of it. Will be a false start on the offense, and Plano East will have to move back here. Going to be even a longer 3rd down now, 3rd and 10.
That's kind of what happens when you start talking about a team doing well and then they go and make a mistake.
Yeah, announcer jinx almost. As now Deliver has an open backfield. Going to have 5 out. Going for that quick screen pass, and it's forced again. It's going to be picked off once again by this Marcus defense for the 3rd time in a row. He works his way out right into the 20. There will be a flag on the play, and he's trying to reach away in the end zone. Almost spins out there and will go down at about the 6. That's picked off. That is Mason Witzel with the pick now. The 3rd time in a row for the Marauder defense.
Man, do you think they have their plays? You have their playbook or what? It's like they know where the ball's going before the offensive receivers do.
Yeah, just picking those plays off perfectly, just getting in the way of the wide receivers there. This quick play gets down and steps out right about at the 7-yard line. Marcus offense will have short field once again.
You know, if you don't know the sport, you might look at that and think it's pass interference by the defense, but he was there before the offense was, before the receiver was. And so he has just as much right to the ball as the receiver does.
Yep, just kind of got outpowered there. It'll be the 3rd straight interception by this Marcus defense. Now Goldwalls will take the snap. He works his way out right, going with that wildcat formation there, and gets down to about the 4. As the backup quarterback there. Plays multi-positions. He's played running back. He's played wide receiver. He's been all over the field this year. He is a sophomore, so will seem to be Welliver's replacement when Welliver does become a senior. They're going with this line formation. The first time you actually saw this was a great thing for me being a Michigan fan. Jim Harbaugh brought this up. This was his play. This line play here is freak out the defense play, set it up quick, and then they have
freaky.
Go with the quick run play there for Perlmutter. He just has all the space in the world, and it works out perfectly.
Wow.
Taking one out of Harbaugh's playbook and working out to perfection.
That was interesting because it looked like, and it may have just been the layering of people and the massive humanity there, but it almost looked like Plano East was jumping across the line because they couldn't tell where the ball was and where it was going to be. Where it was going to end up. So that was a strange setup and a strange play, but it certainly worked to perfection for him.
Yep, and Marcus will go up bearing the PAT here, 22-0. Hopefully he doesn't miss. That'd really suck for my announcer jinx. Okay, good. My streak has lasted.
You just barely got it.
Yeah.
The uprights, man. Somebody's been living right.
Yep. And Marcus will go up 22-0 here with 10 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Working off that short field once again. Interceptions being the story so far.
So do you think this is a story of an offense that wasn't ready to play tonight, a defense that had a great game plan, or is this just a talent issue? Is this just a good team versus a team that's been struggling all season? Definitely that talent issue, and having it be that this Marcus defense, that's been what their thing is. It's been their defense. Their defense has always reigned supreme. It's always been, is the offense going to do this? We know for a fact that this Marcus defense is going to do well night in, day out, whatever it is. They always show up, and then of course it has to do with that this Marcus defense. They have stars all over the place with recruiting left and right.
They always have guys going to big colleges. So I definitely think it has to be both. And, you know, this defense is just showing up. They've been getting interceptions all season. I mean, they had 4 turnovers in that Flower Mound game earlier in the year. Now they're almost at 4 here in the first half.
So it's going to be a fun, so far it's a very fun night for senior Marauders, that is for sure. Senior night has turned into a lot of fun.
Yep, a big shootout here for this Marcus offense. And that defense showing up big too. You know, they have some seniors on that team. It has a few juniors. Of course, up the front is the D-line. 3 of the 4 are actually juniors, are the starters. But you got Brandon Benoist, he's the senior. He's that middle linebacker. He's been leading the way the entire season. Being a senior, I know he's happy with how their team's been playing so far. And hands ball, it's going to be a quick play here, and it's going to be an option play, and the quarterback will take it, and he'll get about 10 yards, but a flag does get thrown on the field here.
Typically that's holding.
Yeah, usually when you see a run play, that's what it ends up to be.
I think we know who it's against. Well, maybe I was wrong. Looks like they're
yeah, like I did react there.
moving
it
it forward. Yeah, was that joy or I thought it was frustration, but maybe that was a little joy dance. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Elijah Prince seemed almost a little upset there, but a call does go in their favor, and they'll move all the way down to the 50-yard line here. As we'll hand it off to Elijah Prince once again, going that Wildcat formation, works out his way to the right. Gains about 4 yards here on first down.
I think he's just really hyped up tonight. That's coming off that sideline after a 6-yard gain, and he's still pretty pumped. So that's just how excitable he is, I think.
He's just a guy that brings a lot of energy to the team. You're going to say he stepped out there after a quick 1-yard gain even. It's going to be 2nd and 9. And Elijah Prince is still back there. Have not seen Delavar on this drive, the starting quarterback, after throwing 3 straight picks. Takes the snap. It's going to be an option play once again. Has a room to work here to the middle of the field, and the Marcus defense finally stops him. Going to be about 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that was a great fake. The defense really bid on that handoff.
Yeah, it seems like they're almost finding something here against this Marcus defense. They switched up the quarterback. They had Elijah Prince go in there for a few option plays, kind of open up some space in the field. Now they will bring Delavar back out here, see if they want to throw the ball here on 3rd and 4. Austin Wesley is back there as running back. As they do hand it off to Wesley. Will he get enough? It doesn't look like he will, and that will be another stop for this Marcus defense. See if they can even give him a yard here. Looks like this Plano East offense will stay on the field here. 4th down territory.
Why not?
Well, down 22. Got to try your luck.
I think they should go back to that Wildcat.
Yeah, it was working. They were getting yardage. They even got a flag called against that Marcus defense. See what they want to go here. Hand it off here to Wesley, and he won't get it. He fumbles it even. It is going to be picked up, but it will be another stop for this Marcus defense. Another turnover on downs for this Plano East team. Have not found anything on offense so far. We do have a man down on the field here. And we'll be right back after this hopefully gets off the field here. And for LSMN Game of the Week, Marcus up 22-0, and we'll be right back. Welcome back here to LSMN Game of the Week. Marcus is up 22-0 here with 8 minutes left here in this second quarter. I'm Brendan Selke alongside Brandon Jackson. As this Marcus offense comes out once again. Snap here. Quick handoff through the middle. That is Banner. He will gain maybe a yard there. They will give him the yard. Definitely going to see a lot of Chase Banner tonight. Being senior night, you want to let your seniors play as most as they can. Of course, Perlmutter, their other running back, being a junior, has another year. And handoff again. Banner out to his right, has some space this time. Able to get about 4 yards on the play. Give him about 3. It will be a long third down here for this Marcus offense. 3rd and 6. 3rd and 7, they say.
Marcus hasn't really had to do much in the pass game tonight.
Yeah, they've definitely been working on that short field, so they've definitely been pounding the rock here early. And then even those 2 touchdown plays were more of shovel passes.
Yeah,
It was almost like a quick handoff there. As Cole drops back here, has an empty backfield, looks out right, unloads one over the middle of the field, and that ball is caught. And there will be a flag on the play as well. What a catch there.
That was great coverage, too.
Yeah, great coverage over the middle.
If you're seeing that coverage, they were all over him. That I think it's probably going to be pass interference, too. So.
And a great catch there by Connor Najowski over the middle of the field. Had 2 guys on him almost. And had the pass interference call as well. And as soon as we were talking about how they didn't have to throw the ball much today, Cole Welver just unloads over the middle of the field. Get down to about the 11-yard line here. Seeing that arm on Welver. You haven't seen him much this year if they have been running the ball, but he's a special talent, is a 4-star, has had offers. He's visited all kinds of colleges. Now he drops back and he looks left, and just a quick pass off here to Grummer. Will be a good gain there on 1st down. That's the junior tight end. Had a pretty good season. Welver's loved going at home this year. Him and Kozart are his 2 favorites almost.
I think every quarterback's best friend is a tight end, right? I mean, it seems to be like when in doubt, that's where you go. You find that tight end, and that's your security blanket.
Now they hand this one off left here. Blocks go out left as well. And he will be taken out there, but able to get the 1st down. It will be a short 1st and goal here. It will be 1st and goal from 5 yards out of the end zone.
That's good awareness. He saw the scrum coming his way, and he was able to pick out that down marker and get right to it.
Yeah, that was Chance Sauter too. He plays mostly on defense, but he does come in that run game sometimes. As now Cole Welver has an empty backfield here on 1st and goal, close to the end zone here. Don't see that too often. It's a whole out blitz there over the middle of the field, and it will be picked after a tipped pass in the end zone. Now Plano East will take this one out, has some space down the right side of the field, and then finally gets tackled. Bit of an unlucky play.
Well, Plano East did a really good job of sniffing that one out. They had some cross routes going there, and Plano East secondary wasn't having any of that, and they were ready for it.
Yeah, Plano. That's Desmond Smith over the middle in that end zone there, catching it off the tip. Kind of just reminds me of that Seahawks-Patriots game where they did throw that ball on the 1-yard line, about to score that touchdown, and they decide to throw the ball, and it does get into that picked off the tipped pass.
And there's probably 15 people out in our audience right now just got sick to their stomach as they thought about that because they're Seahawk fans, right?
Has some open space through the middle there, able to get a good gain on 1st down.
Tell you what, that was a big play. I mean, they're 3 yards from goal line and looking to take a stranglehold on this game still pretty early, and credit to Plano East for hanging around.
Yeah, they're fighting with it. Haven't give it up yet. And he does work his way out here, is able just to get enough to get the first down here. It's just a quick little gain. Will be 1st and 10 here for this Plano East offense. We'll say so far their passing game obviously hasn't been the best. They've had the 3 interceptions, but their run game has worked pretty well. You saw it earlier with those option plays they were running, and now even the running game is starting to work a bit even. Now Delver decides to throw over the middle again and almost gets picked off again, but this time it's caught right there at the 45-yard line. As that's Patel with the catch. You've seen Marcus jumping those routes, and they almost did it again right there. That time it is caught, and Delver decides to go straight back to him, and he breaks a tackle down the right side of the field, almost gets free. And they're going to say he's not down, and he goes all the way into the end zone.
Okay, so there was a lot of faking out going on that one. The cameras were faked out. The players were faked out. Let's see if the referees were faked out.
He didn't look to be down.
Yeah.
That's
knees didn't touch.
Yeah, just kind of rolls over him. He stays on his feet. That's good awareness there by Patel. Now that's just a smart play to not stop until that whistle's blown. And the kick is up and good. And Plano East will get their first touchdown of the night, going up, now being only a 15-point game, getting their first touchdown. That was just a crazy fold of events. You got the pick at the goal line, and then you go down and you have that touchdown play where he rolls over the guy. Everyone thinks he's down, and then he just runs straight in the end zone. No whistle was blown.
You know, this might be one of those games where it takes a couple of semi-miraculous plays, and the next thing you know, a team that shouldn't be in the game is in the game. And so from Marcus' standpoint, they really need to buckle down and just kind of batten down the hatches and prepare for this and take care of business. Just do what they started off doing, continue doing that, and you know, I think we saw 2 fluke plays in a fluke series, but we'll see if more craziness ensues for the rest of the evening on behalf of Plano East. Offense.
Yeah, this Marcus defense just got to bear down like they've been doing. They've played good. That was kind of just unfortunate events there. I mean, Marcus has been the better team all year. This Plano East team obviously has been struggling in district. They know they are the better team. They just got to keep fighting.
So the question becomes, is this a trap game? Everyone loves the trap game, right? We like to claim the trap game.
Could be this Plano schools historically have not been the best in this district, but it's always tough playing them. You know, they haven't always been the best record-wise, but it's always tough to either go to their place or even just playing them in general. You got to always watch it, especially at the end of the year here. You're kind of on a high. You clinch the playoff spot. You got to kind of be prepared for anything almost.
That can also be the trap part of it, because you're already looking at next week. When you know you're in the playoffs and you know this game doesn't really count, and maybe it's the difference. Maybe that's why it doesn't really count, and so they're not going to give 100%.
Yeah, there's a quick handoff here, and Perlmutter has some space over the middle of the field. Going to be either just a little short of but he does get pushed forward here, and the ref's going to let it go. That's the O-line fighting there. Got to love the O-line push there.
Can they do that? Is that allowed? That's like a rugby play.
It's just great.
Push the scrum,
yeah, you
right?
got to push. Got to push here. He gets trapped up by the almost entire Plano East defense. And then they just kind of stop pushing into this entire O-line.
Tug of war.
Yeah. Perlmutter just in the middle of that. Got to be great to be in the middle of that. As Welliver takes the snap here, going to hand it off once again. Open space, almost able to get through the middle there. Go down for just a quick two-yard gain. Trying to work off this run game once again. Maybe set up the play action pass. As now Chance Sauter will come into the backfield. As I spoke of earlier, plays both sides of the ball. We'll see him a couple times tonight playing in that running game. See what he wants to do this time. He will line up out left. You know, if you play corner and safety, you got to be able to catch the ball. Yep. So see what he can do here. As Welliver has an open backfield, he lines up for the screen pass. Welliver doesn't take it, kind of just dumps it off over the middle here. Over the middle and almost breaks 3. Gets down to the 40, almost. That play almost looked like it was about to break down. He wasn't going to have anything, but just kind of found his guy in the middle of the field and let him do the rest of the work.
Well, it had a similar setup to that goal line play, where you've got trips right, or trips out to the side, and 2 more receivers on the other side, and so you're like, it's like you're going to send everyone like a jailbreak, and everybody's going. And then you just got that one slot receiver just kind of setting up camp right there in the about 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage. Not a bad play.
Now 2:40 left here in this second quarter. Marcus driving downfield here. Welliver fakes the handoff, looks over the middle of the field, has a guy, and that ball is caught, but he does drop it. Very upset about that one. Just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
He had plenty of time.
Yeah, had all kinds of space. That is Ashton Kozar too. That's their main guy there. That's the 4-star, already committed to Oregon, going to go there next year, being a senior.
Must have heard footsteps. Those phantom footsteps, boy. I'll get you.
Yeah, definitely. Especially being in the middle of the field there, you just know everyone is going to.
Stretching out like that?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And Welliver hands it off to Perlmutter here. Has some space down to the left. Goes down for a quick 5-yard gain. Will be 3rd down and 5 here for this Marcus offense. See what this Marcus offense wants to do. They're kind of draining clock here, making sure Plano East can't maybe not have enough time to work with the ball here, but they do still have 2 timeouts and 2 minutes. See if this Plano East defense can get off the field. Marcus still trying to drive downfield. This looks like it could be 4th down territory. Looks a bit too long for a field goal. Maybe working off 2 downs here. See if they want to run the ball here, making it easier 4th down. Makes the snap. Decides to go with a delayed handoff and has some space out to the right. Makes another cut. And we'll get down to about just maybe a couple yards short of the 1st down marker.
That was a really well-designed draw. Able to get past the first layer of defense.
And they just let's see what they want to decide to do here. As a timeout has been called. It'll be interesting what they say what they want to do here. It's 4th and 4. It seems a bit too long for a field goal. Looks like that this Marcus offense is going to stay on the field.
Well, the way their defense has been playing, I think they can roll the dice here and go for it. If nothing else, just to eat up some more clock. But
definitely, yeah. And then you got to definitely be wary of that run game, but also see if they go for maybe a quick screen pass play, try to get Plano East on their toes. And then if Plano East does stop here, they do still have 2 timeouts to work with. And we'll have a minute and about 20-ish seconds left here in this second quarter to work with what they want to do.
Maybe they go back to that empty backfield set that worked for them a couple of times already. Of course, once it led to a interception, but it was still a well-designed play, right?
Yeah, and it was tipped too, so, you know, a bit of bad luck. See what they want to do this time. Seems like Chase Banner is coming out, going to play that running back position, so they will have 3 out wide. Of course, the running back next to Welliver. Looks like they're going to Plano East is setting up with a lot of guys in the box. Safety's playing in. False start they're going to call here. See, that changes things for this Marcus offense. It's going to be a long 4th down now. 4th and 9. See what they want to do. And they decide they're going to bring out the punt team. Amazing how fast things can change.
5 yards, man. 5 yards makes a huge difference. think it's a coach in Florida that never, I can't remember, high school coach that never punts on 4th down.
Oh, yeah.
Never punts on
I've
4th
heard
down.
about that. Apparently the statistics say that's what's supposed to happen. Apparently the coach is from South Carolina. And, you know, I mean, statistically, apparently that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's risky. I mean, if you're at your 1 yard line, do you really want to go for it on like 4th and 15?
I just want to point out our crack stats staff that was able to find that information and relay that on so quickly.
Apparently he got 8 state titles under his belt. 8 state titles
Well, yeah.
from
Okay.
going for it.
So, yeah, you don't have to punt when you've got a really good team. I mean, you think Nick Saban, I mean, yeah, just don't punt.
As Delver drops back here, has some pressure in the pocket, able to escape outright, trying to lead his guys downfield. As he's not able to, and he's just going to take the few yards he gets. He's trying to man his guys downfield, didn't have anybody open, so tries to just run with it there. Does work out well.
Well, the way things have been going tonight, I think he probably made the better choice to not try to squeeze a tight pass in someplace, because black jerseys have been all over the place for the Plano East passing game tonight.
Yeah, the defensive line is working well for the Marauders. Takes the snap again. Works with a quick pass out there. Going to be another short gain. It'll be about 3rd and 5. It's going to be Eliza Prince there. Catches this easy pass, and that's that Marcus D-line collapsing that pocket once again.
I'm telling you, man, go back to that Wildcat. That was really working for him.
It's going to be another timeout here to stop the clock. Yeah, that Wildcat was working for him. I mean, they were moving downfield, and then they stopped doing it, and then they brought their starting quarterback back out, and they got shut down instantly. It seemed like that Wildcat was catching the Marcus defense off guard.
So I heard an interesting question the other day. Why don't we treat quarterbacks like we do starting pitchers? Give them a chance. They start the game. They do well. They stay in the game. But when they start struggling, you make a change. Why is it such a big deal to change a quarterback?
You know, that's a good point, but I also think it has to go back to, especially in high school, you don't want to bring your sophomore backup out. Maybe in this game you can, but like if you're not going to want to do it in like maybe a big game against Louisville, something like that. But I could definitely see it more in the NFL. You bring out your backup if your starter's struggling. I mean, they might not do that for Tom Brady. He's been struggling all year. They've not taken him out at all.
Pretty sure there'd be a fist fight
Yeah.
if somebody tried to replace Brady.
And they go with a bit of trickery here. Out to Wesley. He tries to unload. He doesn't have anybody. He decides to run for it. He almost, see if he gets it here. See if they give him the generous spot. Looked like they were going for that trickery play again. You see that a lot where they just kind of toss it on and you run out left here. That's Eliza Prince. As he almost decides to throw it, and then he says, okay, maybe I should run this. Maybe not too smart to chuck it downfield there. There's some good coverage.
Yeah, to Marcus's credit, they weren't fooled.
They are going to give him the first down here. And able to reach out and gain that extra yard. There's 58 seconds left in the clock as the clock stops. Only at the 24-yard line. Have a lot of yards to go. Delaware claps, the pocket claps again. He rolls out right. He unloads. He has a man downfield, and that ball is caught down the right side of the field. And that is Wayne down again, and he trips at the 1. At the 1. See if that comes back to bite him.
Yes. That was a great play.
He
In fact, I thought he was past the line of scrimmage. It was tight.
Close. Delaware just unloads that one.
And big credit to Chance Sauter for getting there in time to at least trip him up a little bit. If he hadn't been there and made that diving grab, he'd probably be dancing in the end zone.
Big play again. Rolls out right. Seems going to be a stop here. They're going to say he's down at about the 2-yard line. It's Marcus defense shutting it down here as the clock's still rolling. And stop the clock here right about 19 seconds left. It's going to be a timeout for Plano East. And wow, once again, bit of a crazy play that's catching up on a Marcus defense.
Well, they've got 19 seconds. Plano East has 19 seconds to figure something out. And if they punch it in here, this is a whole different ballgame going into halftime.
We'll put it at a 8-point game if they do get the touchdown bearing. They don't go for 2 extra points. Marcus is to receive the second half kickoff. Still got to get those 2 yards. Those 2 yards are the hardest to probably get here, especially that great Marcus defensive line. They have 24 seconds. They've added an extra 5 seconds on the clock there. They have 1 timeout. So that gives them a lot of, that's at least 2 plays, especially if you can get out of bounds there on that second play if they don't get it here. As Kendall is out right with Delaware. He decides to throw it here, and it's pressure again, and he had a man almost caught there. He had a man kind of just throwing it behind him once again. Because that's Caden Warner there that was kind of open in the end zone, just thrown behind him once again. See this kind of that crossing route there where they split those routes and almost try to mess up that Marcus defense there, but they did a good job to stop it. It'll be 3rd and 2 now.
That would have been a tough catch.
Low snap here for Delaware. He has a guy out his right. He tries to go up, and it's broken up. And he seemed to have a guy here on the lower bottom of the end zone who was open. He decided to go with the tight end out right, Brian Dyer there. And it's just broken up there by the Marcus defense.
Drake Hudson on the defense there. He made a great play because I think Dyer was coming down with the ball.
And now will we see a goal line stop. 4th and 2, 15 seconds remaining here in this second quarter. They tried to run it on 1st and goal. 2nd and goal, they pass out left, missed, and they are going to run it here. Collapse again, and he gets stopped. The Marcus defense comes up big. That was a big play there. He trips up at the 1, can't get in, and then this Marcus defense just shuts down the Plano East offense, able to get him off the field. That is huge momentum going into the second half.
That was a grown man play there on the inside.
Yeah, you know they're going to run. They're set up to run, and you're just able to out-push that O-line. And that is huge. Seems like run this clock out here.
I'm kind of surprised that they went with something so traditional as creative as that Plano East offense has been tonight. That seemed like 4th down. Maybe that's why they went with
trying to mix it up.
Yeah, went with something you didn't expect, which is something traditional.
Yeah, that's just a big tackle there by Chance Sauter. He's had a great night. That's a senior, showing up on senior night. And it looks like here that Marcus is going to end this one here. Almost a bit risky, but it works out. Cole Welver able to push through, gain those extra yards, and it looks like we'll head to halftime here. 22-7 as the clock rolls down. Marcus is up 22-7 at halftime. Been dominant so far, and we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week.
Looking for the new hotspot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
sponsored by Bubba's 33. I'm Brendan Selke alongside my partner Brandon Jackson. After one, Marcus is up 22-7 as they're about to get underway here in the second half. And defense has been the story for the Marcus Marauders, other than a few key missteps they had on that going down that field after that pick that Cole Welliver threw off the tip pass. They had a bit of a fumble up there on defense, let up that touchdown. But after that, it's been smooth sailing for this Marcus defense. Even coming at the end of the half, they shut down the Plano East offense on the 2-yard line after they're tripped up on the 2-yard line. Just shut them down 4 straight. 2 run plays, 2 pass plays, and they shut them down perfectly. Their defense has been the moral of the story so far.
Yeah, and we were talking during halftime, and I actually don't think the offense has scored since about 3 minutes to go in the first half. So Marcus has really done most of their even through the turnovers, that's really led to a lot of their points. So the offense really hasn't had to do much, and so they kind of just coasted in the second quarter. And I think Plano East kind of took advantage of that, and with some big plays. And we talked about these semi-miraculous plays, and we saw another one at the end of the second quarter that almost put them. It definitely put them in scoring position, but. This would have been a whole different game had that first and goal from the 3-yard line had that not gone a little differently.
Yeah, even if Chance Sauter didn't trip up the guy to make him fall down at the 2-yard line here as they take the opening kickback. Does Marcus, and he has an open gap through the middle. He cuts back to the right. That's Chance Sauter, by the way. They goes to the middle of the field, making guys miss all the way down to the opponent's 45-yard line. What a start for the Marauders.
Is there anything more exciting in all of sports than a good kick return? Now, I'd like to see it something more than 50 yards. That would be even better. But I tell you, watching a good kickoff return, and specifically one that ends up scoring, that's one of the coolest.
Yeah, open the half, score a quick touchdown like that. But yeah, Chance Sauter, once again, jack of all trades, been on the offense, been on the defense. Now coming in on the special teams, really doing everything for Marcus tonight. As Cole Welliver comes out here, and guess what? Chance Sauter is on the side of him, his running back, as Marcus has 3 wideouts. Hands it off to Sauter as he cuts back in, has some space to the middle, able to get a good 6-yard gain here on first down.
That was a solid play, and that was just good offensive line blocking there.
Yeah, gotta love the O-line. That's my thing, is you don't have a good O-line, you can't work. We saw it even a lot last year with the Cincinnati Bengals. That was the reason they didn't win the Super Bowl. Their O-line just didn't hold up throughout the entire year. You look at Michigan, their powerhouse on their O-line. I mean, you got to have a good O-line to win games. Be a 2nd and 5 here. Welliver drops back, looks out left to Ashton Cozart, has the catch, makes a man miss, tries to cut back to the middle of the field. We'll get the first down, about a 10-yard reception. Marcus is firing right now, really taking their time almost, but moving well down the field.
Cozart's had a decent game. He had that drop that would have been a big gain in the second quarter. So he's itching to make up for that.
Yeah, especially with being senior night, his last game at home for the Marauders. As Chance Sauter still in the backfield there, handing it off to him. He tries to find some space on the right side, almost finds a hole, then fights for some extra yardage there. Made a no gain to about a 3-yard gain there.
That was a 5-yard gain to get a yard, I think. he was hit behind the line significantly and still managed to turn it into a positive play.
Yeah, he's had a great night so far. Playing both sides of the ball, playing special teams. I mean, you got to love it. Jack of all trades in high school football. As now they're moving Banner out right. He fakes, calls for the pass. Welliver drops and tries to find a guy out left and is not able to. Just overthrows him a bit there. So that's Carrick Grunin was the target receiver.
I think Plano East was stunting a little bit there on the defensive, trying to give him a different look, and may have forced Welliver to get rid of that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. Either that or the play just wasn't quite developing the way they had designed it.
Yeah, I think that unfold, they had their Banner going out right there, their running back, to try to maybe fake the Plano East defense out, but it didn't seem to work, and just couldn't find Carrick Grunin there on the left side. As Welliver now has an empty pocket. gets some pressure over the middle and does find a guy over the middle there. That just seems Kozart with the catch, making up for his dropped middle pass last time.
You're getting a little chippy down there.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that early in the first half. Kind of calmed down there for a bit. Now it seems to be back.
I think he made up for that catch or that miss earlier in the game, that drop.
Yeah, that one was much harder than his first.
Yes,
first pass.
that was a great play. He is back in the red, back in the black.
Now Kozart's on the left by himself. Got two out right. Give the handoff there to Banner. Banner has some space over the middle. Able to go all the way down for a good gain on first down. As this Marcus offense is driving here to start the first half.
Yeah, there was a great hole on that. You could have driven a Mack truck through that through that hole on the left side of the line.
As we look, almost the same setup as last time. See if they run the ball here. Second and 4. Hands it off Banner. Goes for a little bit of a delayed handoff. Able to just get the first down here. It will be first and goal for this Marcus offense. They go quick here. Trying to catch this Plano East defense on their toes. Push through. Going to be a flag on the play. Just going to be down at the 2. We'll see what the flag is.
I wonder if there was that happened so fast. I wonder if it was a false start. No.
Going to be on Plano East. Going to be a legal substitution on Plano East. And Marcus is bringing out the line again. Saw this in the first half, the hardball play.
Is that actually what it's called, the hardball play?
That's what I'm calling it.
Okay.
That's what I'm
I
calling
didn't know that was
it.
a technical name for it.
As they stack up here, go with a Wildcat, trying to push him forward, and he gets in. Touchdown, Marcus. Their 4th touchdown of the night.
So they're 2 on 2, 2 and 2 on the hardball play, right?
Yep.
All right.
That's goal was. That's a bit of the Wildcat. You saw him here earlier doing that early in the first half. This time gets into the end zone. Yeah, set up in that line, fake out that Plano East defense. Don't give them a lot of time to react, and then just stack up the box. And this is the flag is going to be on substitution once again, as Plano East guy didn't get off the field in time, but I'm sure they're not going to accept this and go with the PAT. Yep. And now Marcus is going to go up 29-7. Quick touchdown here.
So we discussed this at halftime. Will Marcus come out kind of fired up on offense because they, they kind of sleepwalked through the second quarter, and I think they answered with a resounding heck yeah.
Yeah, they definitely did. They drove down all the way down the field. I mean, they had the good kick return, got them all the way to already the 45, and then they just worked their way down the field from there. As now Marcus has a 22-point lead here with 8:41 left in the third quarter.
Bryce Dixon back to receive the kick for Plano East.
As Marcus gets ready to take the kick here. And just drills this one through the end zone once again.
Did I mention how much I like a good kick return? And how often I don't get to see those anymore?
Yeah, especially with that new rule in college where you get to call that fair catch no matter where they are. But you gotta love it. It brings a lot of energy, those kick returns. Especially with how much work it takes to get down the field. You gotta rely on a lot of things. This great Marcus defense had a great first half. They're gonna look to continue that.
Those safeties and cornerbacks are chomping at the bit to get back out there.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have this has been a fun game for them.
Yeah, 3 interceptions. Been all over the field. And now they're going back to that wildcat. We saw that early in the first half there of Plano East, and it was working for the most of it when they did it, and then they stopped and they just didn't go back to it. And now they seem to be back to it here, trying to open up some space. So it's going to be Elijah Prince who does run that wildcat, it seems.
I'm thinking the only way they can really gain traction is if they get outside the tackles. That's going to be their best recipe.
The guy coming across the middle here has some blocks and a great tackle. Chance Sauter, once again.
Outstanding.
Comes in all the way to the back, the free safety position, and just comes in here.
Look at that.
Just look at this tackle.
Heat-seeking missile right there.
Yeah, wrap that up perfectly. He's had a heck of a night so far. Make this a long third down for Plano East. So now Delaver's back out there. His first snap of the second half. See what they want to do here. Fake the handoff. Got pressure through the middle, but Tony gets knocked.
That's a big hit.
And they're going to say he dropped it, and it's not going to be a catch. What a hit over the middle. And that's Chance Sauter once again from the safety position, coming in and making two big plays. He does get up and good. That's good to see.
I'm almost surprised that wasn't a flag. Not that I thought it was. I didn't feel like it was anything. But they are so careful about helmet-to-helmet contact, even the hint of helmet-to-helmet contact, and flags are thrown. So I'm actually surprised that's not a flag thrown. So,
especially with how quick that unfolded.
Yeah, it was a great hit, a good hit, and a clean hit.
And good start for this Marcus defense here in the second half. Going off where they were in the first half. Now Chance Sauter is back to receive this kick, and he's going to call the fair catch right at the 45.
Did he call a fair catch?
And they're going to say he tried to do it it was North Texas, actually, I'm pretty sure, who pulled this one off here. I think they did it against Arkansas a few years back where they faked that fair catch, and he took it all the way, and Arkansas was confused out of everything. And Chance Sauter tried to pull that one off. It would have been beautiful. It worked out. But Marcus will get the ball at the 45 with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
It's kind of sad that most of those plays, most of those fakes, the quarterback with the fake slide and all that, it's pretty much not, you can't get away with it anymore. I think most of the time they're just penalties or unsportsmanlike conduct or something like that. So.
Yeah. But that one Kenny Pickett pulled off with that fake quarterback slide did work out to perfection, as Perlmutter takes this one for a quick 4-yard gain to start off this drive for Marcus. But you got to love the trickery, just attempting the trickery and pulling it out once in a while. As Cole goes, quick handoff here to Perlmutter. He has a lot of space on the right side to work. Stiff arms one guy that finally gets taken down after he gets the first down.
So Marcus is really trying to speed up the pace, up the tempo here, and keep Plano East from making substitutions and keeping them on their heels.
Tackle there by Azdola. Way to stop him, because if he got past that tackle, he would have had plenty of open space down the right side of the field. As they do a delayed handoff here, and Perlmutter has some space once again. He's getting chunk yardage here. Another quick 4-yard gain.
You average 4 yards a carry, you're going to hold the ball for a while.
Yeah. As now Kerry Grennan is going to come onto the field here. And they're going to have 5 wideouts. Empty backfield for Welliver. And they're going to go for a quick screen pass again, and that's Kerry Grennan. Najowski, as he goes down on the left side of the field, and he just breaks through. He's going to go into the end zone. Runs into the middle of the field, has some open space to the left, and just works his way out.
I did not see that result coming.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get stopped. That play looked like it was busted from the beginning.
Right, that's Philip Pons there that made the catch. It was kind of a screenplay where he cut into the middle and then nobody was, the safety just wasn't over there. He cut in.
Defense bit.
Yeah, and then Pons just found the open space and went for it. Insane. That's 3 touchdowns on the night for Marcus that have came off screen-looking plays where they try to set up that screen and just lay out the blocks. It's worked so far.
Yeah.
This one gets rifled through. 36-7 now will be for Marcus. That's 2 quick touchdowns. Their offense is working once again.
What's the mercy rule in high school football? Is it 45 points?
It's been
maybe?
a long night for Plano East.
Now imagine this is last week when you're sitting here in the rain.
Oh.
And it's after midnight, right?
Yeah, you just want to go
And
home.
you're watching your kid play in a game that is this one-sided.
Yeah, senior night for Marauders. They're having a lot of fun right now. I mean, the defense, everybody has really showed up. You just see here, Welliver fakes it out right and then has Pons over the left. He makes a couple guys
that's
miss.
a great cut.
And then some good blocks by the old lineman, and they just has all that space. Seamed there by Asdolid, kind of just cut in their safety. Been in the middle of the field there.
Shout out to our camera op, Sherez, getting a good shot on that.
That was a beautiful way to, follow the ball. That's a hard thing to do.
It's a whole lot easier to watch than it is to do. A whole lot easier.
We get another touchback here. We'll see what the Plano East offense has in store. They're going to have to really start scoring or pulling things out of the hat here to try to come back in this one. See what they want to do. As they've been trying to mix it up, you see that is they've taken out Deliver, their quarterback, and brought in Elijah Prince as Wildcat to try to run that. That hasn't worked, and then they bring Deliver back in, and they just really can't do anything throwing the ball because they go over the middle, and it just seems like those corners and safeties from the Marauders are just getting the ball before their wide receivers.
Or they're separating them from the ball like we saw last possession.
And it's a quick handoff here. Tries to break through the D-line, kind of does. He's able to squirm out there to get about 5 yards on the run. It'll be 2nd and 5. 2nd and manageable, they say. As it goes out to Wesley again, he cuts back in. Able to maybe get 1 extra yard in the play. It's going to be 3rd and 4 here for the Plano East offense. The last thing you want to do is go quick here and just give the ball straight back to Marcus, how on fire they've been.
They've had some success with these non-traditional plays, some trickery and a little sweep around earlier, and they attempted a like a sweep pass, or maybe it was a hook pass. I don't remember which play it was.
Because now they bring out a Wildcat, as they've done this before. They bring out Elijah Prince in the backfield. Now there's going to be timeout here by Plano East before the snap gets called, knowing that this is a big play here. 3rd and 3.
They've got to stop the bleeding. So, Brendan, you're a junior in high school, right?
Yes.
All right. You have been calling games since your freshman year. Have you figured out how many live broadcasts you've done since your freshman year?
I believe this is my 14th one.
14?
I think.
That is impressive.
I think I've missed 1 so far out of all the broadcasts we've done. Got cut short a little bit on the COVID year. Only got to do a couple that year, but then it's been smooth sailing. And of course, I plan to do them. Even I won't be in the class next semester, but I'm going to, of course, continue.
You're going to show up.
Yeah, I'm going to show up for these.
Begging for
games.
a spot.
Yeah, let me call this game.
Can I have the mic? Can you guys give me the mic?
Just give me it for 5 minutes. I'll make it worth.
Well, that's saying something, man. That's really impressive.
Gotta love the experience of being able to get behind the mic. As Elijah Prince does take it out here, he goes for the quick pass and just overthrows him. It's that quick play there, just doesn't work out. They tried that trickery once again. Elijah Prince kind of rolls out, tries to find Patel there, but kind of just quickly overthrows him. And now they're going to have to bring out the punt team. That's not really what you wanted. 4:25 left in this third quarter, and you're giving the ball back to a Marcus offense who has scored 2 touchdowns already in this quarter.
And there's a very good chance that Marcus could have half a field to work with after receiving this punt.
This is Brian Dyer taking the punt. He gets it up, not too far, as this one's going to take a Plano East bounce, though, and it's going to go all the way down to the 28-yard line. That's a fortunate bounce. So they are going to have to drive 72 yards downfield here. Be a little bit longer than the last few drives they've had. See what this Marcus offense has in store. See what they want to do. I have a comfortable lead, up 29 points. See if they want to try anything different or just keep pounding the ball and then working off that run game to work off the passes.
So at this point, and maybe this is not going to happen this quarter, but maybe you start considering pulling your starters.
Oh yeah, especially as this pass goes out, and oh, what a catch! Get your arms up there, able to leap up and catch that ball. As number 9, Carrot Grennan makes that catch.
Yeah.
Just leaps up and just makes that catch. That's a great athletic play.
That was a snag. He pulled that thing down from the heavens.
Yeah, but you definitely want to, as you were talking about earlier, you want to protect those players, especially going to the playoff game next week, knowing you've already clinched that. There's a quick handoff here, goes with this run game, kind of just pounding through here and able to get that first down. This Marcus offense kind of just driving downfield so far. Nothing really has stopped them so far in this third quarter. You were talking about if they were going to come out firing at the halftime, and they have been. They kind of just been working the ball downfield. Plano East has really had no answer for them right now.
Yeah, I think it's tough when you're on that side of the ball. You're down by this much and trying to just feel like you're getting run over.
As Cole drops back here, has a guy to his left. You can see him on the left here. That's Ashton Cozart. Will he catch it? Yes, he does. Down the sideline, does a little tippy tap, and they're going to say he's out of the bounds at the 6-yard line. Oh, what a catch, though. What a snag, and what a throw by Cole Welvor. You see they kind of just mix those routes up down the left side of the field. He's wide open. Just
that is a great
beats the safety,
throw.
And he kind of tip taps his toes.
Yeah.
He's going to
go
go out.
He was walking that tightrope and couldn't quite keep it on the right there.
What an athletic catch by that Oregon commit. We'll go play with Oregon next year. Went all the way over to the Pac-12. And here's the line again, the best line, the best formation in football. It's worked 2 times so far for Marcus. See if it works this time. They're stacking that box. It's Golwaz again. He hands it off to his left. Have some space here, a hole. Will he fight through? And yes, he does.
Wow.
The 3rd time, and it still works. Offense is on fire right now. As that hands off to Chance Sauter.
He backs into the, you don't see that very often, but running back backing into the end zone.
Yeah, but what a night by Chance Sauter. He's got a touchdown. He's made some huge defensive plays, pass breakups, whatever you want to say, coming in to make those big hits from the safety position. And he's done some punt returns and kick returns. I mean, he's been all over the field, and now adding a touchdown. That's just a great night by him. Marcus gets another touchdown. There's still 3 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. And that's going to be up and good, and it will be a 43-7 lead now. Now it's really getting out of control here for Plano East. And now that we have the quick time, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Bubba 33s, who's brought us some pizza today. And might I say, it was great. I had 2 slices and some bread rolls. I know everybody else enjoyed it.
So you like the garlic knots that they sent over?
Yeah, they're great. They're good. They're small. They're great. I don't know. I'd eat them. I'd eat them all the time. If you gave me them, I would finish the entire box if I had the time.
Well, if I weighed 120 pounds, I'd probably eat them all the time, too. But I don't, so I can't.
Yeah, it just burns off. So I got one day it'll be gone.
Enjoy it while it lasts, my friend. Yeah, Bubba's has been great all semester. So they've sponsored all of our games, and always supplying us with some delicious food.
And we love it here as part of our crew for the pregame. And this one looks like it's going to be returnable, and he does. Takes it out left, and he gets wrapped up. What a night for this Marcus team. Another great special teams play. I believe that's Carrot Grennan there with the tackle. We're going to wrap up his legs.
Look at that form tackle.
He's pumped up.
Grennan did exactly what he's supposed to do. As a gunner in that position, you just get down there as fast as you can and hit the first thing that gets in your way.
Let's see with this Marcus defensive line, defense, everything has been on fire tonight. Let's see what they want to do this time around. As Delaware hands it off left. Has some open space, but a good wrap-up tackle there. Not let him to get any farther than 1 yard. This defense has really just been shutting down this Plano East offense. They've just had a great year, this Marcus defense. They've only allowed just over 200 points, which is 100 less points than this Plano East defense has let up. It's just been great all year. I mean, and they've played some tough schools. They played Highland Park to start the year. They played South Lake Carroll. Then they even went to Trinity, who's a pretty good school too. And
yeah,
of course, their tough district schedule. Oh, left, and that one's picked off. What a cut in front of the pass there, and it's a touchdown for the Marcus Marauders. Oh my goodness, way to just jump the route.
Great
Everybody
play.
just cuts in front of the route here. And I don't know what he's looking at, and that's goal-wise there. That's Brock goal was. That's a sophomore too, coming up big on senior night, showing his future.
And he's pumped up too. He's excited.
Just jump that route. That's beautiful. That's exactly what you're supposed to do on defense. Just cuts in front of that route. It's going to be a pick 6 here. So that's the 4th pick of the night for the Marcus Marauders, and that one becomes the pick 6.
Yeah, that was just a straight up ball hawk move. He knew where he was going with that, and he
read
got
the route
there
perfectly. Read the quarterback's eyes.
He played it very well.
Delaware's had a tough night for Plano East. What a night for this Marcus team. You know, they're supporting Coach Atkinson, who, he's dealt with Parkinson's disease the past 2 years, which is tough, and we wish him the best of luck and hope that everything's going great with him. But it's just been a great showing tonight. I'm glad they could show up and support him in such a great fashion.
Evidently, there was a lot of silver, people wearing silver pom-poms, silver banners, and all this kind of stuff as we watch the replay again on that pick 6. But really great show of solidarity and support by the Marcus home crowd.
Yeah, been able to put up 50 points here for him. And you still got plenty of time. They've scored 3 touchdowns here in just a quarter and still have 2 minutes and change left here.
So back to my original thought, we're going to start seeing some second stringers and start clearing the bench for the rest of the game.
Yeah, see what they want to do, because you definitely don't want to risk injury, especially having to go play a good Geyer team. As he comes out here and once again just gets shut down here by that Marcus special teams. But yeah, as you're talking about, Marcus is supposed to play Geyer. They're going to go play Geyer next week. Geyer is #1 team in state of Texas.
And they're coming off that little, I don't know if you heard about the fact that Geyer played on ESPN the other night or something. I don't know, it's small news, but but yeah, that national network football game played, and Geyer's getting all kinds of national attention, and so yeah, Marcus has that to look forward to.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup for them. But if they play like this, they might have a good chance. The defense has been playing great, but it's always going to be tough, especially going to Geyer. That's tough as they bring out that Wildcat once again, and Elijah Prince is able to find some space here, get a good first down gain.
Yeah, he got around the right edge pretty easily. everybody held their blocks and did what they were supposed to do, and that's what's supposed to happen, right?
Yeah, this option thing they're doing with the Wildcat and everything, where they mix it up, it seemed to be what's working for them on offense. Even though it's not working the best, it's what's working so far. They tried to hand it off here, and it's up the middle, and just some great interior blocking. And a good run there by Austin Wesley. They just get to the middle of find his hole and just ran straight up the middle of the field. That's what you're supposed to do. Some good blocks there by his own line.
And he was the heat-seeking missile that time. He was looking for anybody in a black shirt, and he was going to run over him. So it was a nice gain.
We'll like to also point out, you were talking about you're bringing in second strings. Some of that D-line there for the Marcus team is second strings, as well as I did see Chance Sauter on the sidelines earlier. As you can see him there on the bottom right of your screen. So they are resting some of their guys here, letting some of those maybe backup seniors or juniors come into play. Because this team is good depth. I mean, they have a lot of good juniors that start for them, and then they have seniors backing them up, so you got the experience. And then, of course, the good future with the juniors. Still got another year with them.
That's the way you build right there.
So the handoff, and the ball is fumbled. It goes down. It looks like Plano East did recover it, though. Way to jump on it. Bit of a fumbled handoff here. As you can see, yeah, just kind of bobbled off his knee.
And that's the negative to having a backup quarterback come into the game. It's one of those things, a handoff looks like the simplest thing in the sport, but it's not.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to look at where your blocks are, where the hole is open. It's a lot more. And over to his left here, kind of setting up that levels play where you got the tight end running the low one, you got a inside wide receiver running this middle thing, and then you have the guy over the top. Oliver finds the guy over the top. All right, a bit of a rough night. Trying to find their way here as this clock ticks down. See if Plano East wants to run a play. Looks like they're going to. So there's 4 seconds on the clock here. They do snap the ball, and they hand it off, and kind of running through. Gets a solid 5-yard gain here, and that will be the end of the third quarter as Marcus drops 3 touchdowns, 1 on a pick 6. And you got another rushing touchdown as well as a passing touchdown. Just a great quarter for the Marcus Marauders offense. They're up 50-7. And we'll be right back here on LSMN Game of the Week.
Looking for the new hot spot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.
Welcome back here to LSMN Game of the Week as Marcus is up 50-7, and it's a quick little run play here as we switch sides and see if Plano East got enough here. And they're going to say they're just a little short. It's going to be 3rd and inches, if that, maybe centimeters. As now Deliver comes back in. Speaking of Deliver, you know, he's had a rough night, but I would like to point out he's not even committed to play football. He is committed to play baseball at TCU as a pitcher, as you would expect. He does have some offers from some football. He has a Pitt offer to go play football.
Well, that's nothing to sneeze at right there.
And they're going to have the run up the middle. Austin Wesley. And this running game seems to be working here, as now Plano East is driving.
Now, I'm curious what's going on here. Wesley's listed in the program as an outside linebacker and a strong safety, and I'm not sure if that's a misprint or if they're just trying something different. But he's kind of got that.
He's kind
of got that eye of the tiger, looking for somebody to hit when he gets out there.
Now Wesley wants through the open gap. This O-line is now working, open up some holes here against this Marcus team. Now I know they brought in some of their younger guys, but are making that O-line is now making some holes and letting that running game work. See if they now want to open up that running game and use that passing game, that play action pass. See if you can get those middle linebackers biting on the fake run. See what they want to do here. Those one safety pressing in. They might have the middle of the field open here. They do want to do play action. They roll out right this time. Has Brian Dyer there over the right. That's their tight end. That's exactly what they do. They work off that play action pass as he rolled out right. And just finds his tight end. The old reliable.
Yeah, it's not easy to miss Dyer. He's a big guy.
Yeah, and he punts for them. He goes out there and punts after they're done with each drive. So now they bring back out Elijah Prince as he decides to run, and he has a hole this time, goes out right. It's been a nice solid gain there on first down. Kind of just going back and forth between this passing and Wildcat.
I heard a sports guy today talking about somebody's wiggles, and I think Prince has the wiggles. He's got that intangible, the fast twitch moves that can make him hard to bring down and kind of elusive. So
the shake and bake,
the wiggle,
the shake and bake. You got to make people miss. Try to fake the screen pass. Does decide to go there. Gets it off. Just a little short gain there.
That seemed kind of unfair. He kind of telegraphed that. He's like, hey, I'm going to throw it to you. No, I'm going to go downfield. I changed my mind. I'm coming back to you. By that time, the defensive end is all over him. So,
and now it results in a long third down. Definitely fourth down territory. See if you gotta stay out here with this score. Did bring Delaver back out there. So he takes the snap, and he gets wrapped up in the backfield.
Big hit.
It's a sack there.
It's number 52.
That's Gunnar Shear off the edge. I just worked his way through. He's also a senior, enjoying his senior night. Added that sack total one last time in his high school career. Now we have a 4th and 16. Doing a little trickery here. Handing it back to Delaver. Doesn't have any guy downfield. Tries to make his man. He does get a guy, and it's just tipped and out of play. And that pretty much is.
That was exhausting.
Yeah.
There was a lot happening.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a flea flicker as they want to set this one up, give it back to him. And just good coverage by Marcus. They really shut this one down.
Yeah, you can tell they were wanting to go further down the field with that. They found an open man, just couldn't make the connection.
Now with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Marcus is up 50-7. And they're not going to bring Cole Welliver out here, as you would expect. He's going to probably take the rest of the night off, up 43 points. Hands this one off to the right.
So Hildebrand is in the game as quarterback.
Got to bring in these younger guys. Let them just let these guys out there take snaps. You can't risk your quarterback getting injured going into a playoff game, especially when you're up these kind of points in the last game. See if they just want to. They're stacking the box here. They seem to have 2 tight ends on the field. So definitely looks like a run play. As they will. They'll do a delayed handoff. Good off the Perlmutter. They'll work his way through, and that's a pretty impressive run.
That's a hard-fought run.
Yeah.
Gavin Ward on the play.
This is Marcus' team. Is this really going to kill this clock here? We're down to the stats part of the game. Pad the stats. Milk the clock.
And this is the part where we would discuss the stats if we had a statistician, which we don't have. So every stat will be made up from this point on.
No, but, you had some good nights from they do decide to run this ball. He just decides to scramble out here, and he gets wrapped up by like 3 Plano East guys. But, yeah, it's been a really good night for this Marcus team. Chance Sauter, heck of a night. The defense really has set up this offense for Plano, for Marcus. And then Marcus had so much short field. They didn't really ever have to drive down the field. Now, will that be a question in the playoff game? Will they have to drive down the field? Probably. But for this game, they've really had short yardage on that offense where they've had to just really go 30 yards, 10 yards, whatever it was. I mean, they didn't really have to go more than 70 a lot in this game. The defense has done a great job of
getting them in position.
Yeah, playing the field battle game. At 4th and 7 to take the punt. And this one drilled back will be picked up by Patel. He'll cut in the middle, breaks a tackle, gets all the way down to the 32-yard line. Now that we do have the time, we like to say that we filmed LSMN overtime today, as beautiful. I'm beautiful. I don't know where that came from.
Did you just say you're beautiful?
I don't know what I was saying.
I'm beautiful.
I really don't know what I was. I am beautiful. You got to be self-confident.
Spoken like a true on-air talent.
Yeah. But, yeah, we had our overtime episode today. It was great if you want to look into some volleyball playoff action, as well as catching up from football as this previous week. And then going into cross-country stars, we had good 2 cross-country things, and as well as previewing some basketball.
So you can check out overtime on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, on this YouTube channel. Then we'll have one more episode in this semester. They take the handoff here and just pounding the rock here to end this game.
And then you and your beautiful face will have to make room for someone else who comes in next semester to do the overtime broadcast. But your beautiful face will be back for LSMN Game of the Week.
It will be back for LSMN Game of the Week. Then my senior year will be there the entire year. So no one's going to take away from my camera time in my senior year. That's going to be all me. As rolls out left is Prince. He goes Wildcat once again.
It's the time of year when everyone is excited about football. And let's be honest, football is king in Texas.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't go unnoticed that LISD has some pretty amazing volleyball teams.
Yeah, big time.
Very strong volleyball teams in the entire district, not just LISD, but the other schools in the district. So when you have 3 or 4 teams in one district that are in the top 10 at any given season, that's impressive. And that's what we see.
As he breaks through here, it has some open space and gets all the way down to the 35-yard line. And a great run there.
He had a lot of real estate to work. That's just speed right there.
He's finding a way down, but to go back to your volleyball point, yeah, Plano, you look at Plano West, they had a great year, and then Marcus has always been that pretty stable. And then if you had Flowermount won the state championship in 2018, and, they're moving on to play in the next round on Friday against Highland Park.
So Marcus got beat Tuesday night, but Flower Mound is still in the hunt.
Cuts back in here, has some open space through the end here, and kind of just gets pushed forward there for a solid gain on first down. As there's 3:40 left here in this fourth quarter.
I think he's taking advantage of the backup defensive players there.
Yeah, I think they're pumping up their senior here. You just got to love it. I mean, you just got to love that, especially with, you don't know how much these guys play giving in their senior year and, finally getting that one last snap, especially at home in front of your entire student section and then your parents and whatever it is. I mean, that's just great to go out there and make a play and enjoy maybe potentially your last snap or your last football game of your career if you're not going out to college.
Well, Brendan, as a former bench rider myself, I can absolutely attest that it means a lot, on the garbage time, as they call it, that you get those extra minutes, those extra plays.
The garbage time was your prime time.
That was my
your
prime time.
Football.
Absolutely. Dion was prime time. I was garbage time.
Takes this one outright. He's just going to get balled up by the Marcus defense.
So that was number 83, Jordan. I'm not sure if Jordan was do you think he was trying to pass there? He kind of slowed down like he was looking for a man downfield.
They've done that tonight where they kind of roll out and then maybe they have a guy running downfield there. They're just trying to, trickery. That's kind of what they've been trying to do before this game got out of hand here, was just kind of catch Marcus off guard because they knew they were going to have to do it. This Marcus team's defense is just too good to be doing that kind of stuff where you're just plain and simple. As this ball gets handed off once again and down to about 4th and 2 here. That's that 87 that you see that's getting all pumped up all the time. That Marcus bench really loves it so far here tonight. That's Sam Lee. He is a senior. Obviously probably doesn't get that playing time, but glad to see him out there enjoying the time. And everyone's supporting him. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, especially in this game. You got to be a big family here, and it's kind of what football is almost all about. They're really pumped up there on that sideline. There he is. Look at him.
They're escorting him to the stands. I'm not really sure what's going on there.
Look.
He's getting an escort. That's awesome. Well, I was number 87, Lee. I was built about like that. That's what I look. I know, looking at me now, you can't imagine. But I was probably 130 pounds. 5'9", 5'10".
I said I was going to mention this to my friend earlier. Jace Bardwell, he's a defensive lineman. He's 50. He played all night. I didn't mention it earlier. D lineman. He played goalie with my soccer team when I was younger. You can imagine that. You can imagine where he is now. He's down there playing defensive tackle. So how the times change when you go from your 7-year playing goalie at a soccer team and when you go to play defensive lineman on a Marcus team that is great defensively.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I've seen some offensive linemen who would probably be about the size of most goals. So I don't know what his size was at that time, but that's not a terrible thought.
As Marcus is just going to run this last minute 20 left here in this 4th quarter, up 50-7. As they run this ball out right here. So pure domination is the simple way to say it. It's kind of good on both ends. Did look a little bit shaky there in that second quarter.
Give Plano East some credit because in the first half they had some head turning plays and Marcus didn't have an answer for him, and I think they tightened things up. The Marauders tightened things up at halftime.
Rolls this one out left. Ran a long way just to gain a couple yards. But yeah, you got to give credit to where credit's due. They looked good in that second quarter, and they almost had it to where they're only down 7 at one point.
Yep.
And then that Marcus defense kind of just shut them down, and then it was just smooth sailing for Marcus throughout the rest of this half. This game will end 50-7 as they will just let this clock roll out, and that's the end of the regular season for both teams. Plano East will end the year 3-7 after 7 straight district losses, and then Marcus will end the year at 6-4. You know, a great district for them. Marcus will be playing Geyer in the next round of the playoffs. A very tough opponent.
That is going to be a very tough matchup.
Yeah, we'll see if they have what it takes to play that team, because it is going to be hard.
Can they knock out number 1?
Yeah.
Can you take out the champ?
Upset of the year.
Yeah.
Will it be great in LISD? And, you know, coming up, we're going to have playoffs. Louisville's going to play Allen in LISD, and Marcus is going to play Geyer. It will be fun. It will be great to see.
And we won't have the games, but we'll certainly talk about the games.
We'll talk about the games on LSMN Overtime. You can look forward to that. It will be all over LSMN Overtime.
Absolutely.
Make sure to get that to you. And then we'd like to thank our sponsor one last time, Bubba's 33, for catering us the food and helping us throughout all these broadcasts here this semester. And then, again, thank you for everyone watching this game of the week. Marcus has won 50-7 against Plano East. And a big shout out to our director, Haley Baker, our technical director, Harley Smith, our producers, Patrick Beals, and of course, my color commentator, Brandon Jackson. Thank you for coming along and this side. And then for everyone here at LSMN, I'm Brendan Selke, along my great partner tonight, Brandon Jackson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
Looking for the new hot spot for lunch, dinner, or a quick bite? Bubba's 33 in the Colony has it all. With wall-to-wall flat screens, signature half-pound burgers, handmade, stone-baked pizzas, and the coldest beverages around. We've got what you're craving. Visit bubbas33.com for more information or to order online. Bubba's 33, food for all.